What it do, my brothers? What it do, my sisters? To all of my kinfolk and my G's out there, y'all already know. What up, tribe? Yo, check this out, man. This week's highway story comes to you courtesy of me, your boy. But this highway story, it's gonna be a little bit different. This go around. I don't like that lighting, so I guess we're gonna sit back in front of the window. This one's gonna be a whole lot different. This is more inspirational, more motivational. I'm gonna because this is gonna be real short. Y'all know how I like to set stuff up. You know, I have told y'all, and don't know if anybody was really paying attention or not. So I'm like, yo, I need to put it out there. You know, I told y'all that I was working on something, and one thing about me, and I can't really say this is a Sagittarius thing or anything, because I do know a couple of Sages. They don't have no ambition, no go-getter attitude in them whatsoever. And I mean seriously, whatsoever. But I have always had this thing where this fight, this dog that's always been in me since I've been a little boy. Going back to the first time that my father had put me in sports. Baseball was the first sport that I physically played. Then after that, it was karate and so on and so, football, wrestling, track and field, football. You know what I mean? So I've always had this dog that's been inside of me. I've always had this beast that's been inside of me. I always had this anger that's always been inside of me. And when I was in karate, my sensei, he used to tell me all the time, this is the perfect time for you to release that anger. Didn't know it then, but it got something to do with your chi. For those that know, for those that don't know, in a nutshell, is basically you are releasing energy from the inside of you on the outside. A lot of the stuff that y'all seen Bruce Lee do and whatnot, that shit was real. You know what I mean? And this is a real good example. The old school karate movie, Enter the Dragon. Yeah. Enter the Dragon or Return of the Dragon. With the black brother, supposed to be Bruce Lee, and how the villain, he was like, show enough, you know what I'm saying? Kiss my Converse, fool. You know what I'm saying? That movie right there, where he channeled that energy inside of him and he released it. Well, we all have that in us. Now y'all probably like, man, what the fuck are you getting at? Well, this is what it is. 2010. The beginning of 2010, I was going through some bullshit. I'm gonna be very, very honest and very, very blunt. So please do not judge me. At that point in time, my dope plug, I think he got killed. I think somebody murked him. Cause I couldn't get a hold of him, and whatnot. Hell, I was, going around in different neighborhoods trying to find me a new connect and whatnot. And was, it was like a hit and miss and shit, because at that time a drought had came through Nap. When I say Nap, I'm talking about Indianapolis, Indiana. A drought had came through the city also. So it was rough. I was out there robbing motherfuckers and shit. You know, man, got behind on rent. Because the tripped out thing is my landlord, that was my plug. So when he wasn't coming around to collect rent money, I was like, yo, something ain't right. Plus, I was like, I've been hitting bro up and bro ain't been answering, but I did kind of catch wind that maybe somebody from Cali had murked him and whatnot. Some, you know what I mean? So that just let y'all know how deep in the game, you know, I really was in everything. But you know, I was going through a lot. Rent just behind. I was about to I was in the process of getting evicted from my house because I had a house. My bills got behind. Then also at the same time, I was still trying to deal with the loss of my father, because my father pops had passed away in '07, so I was still trying to deal with that and whatnot. And you know, it was like round about that time, because actually, wifey and myself, we met each other in '09, and between '09 and 2010, that's when I got evicted out my house. And I had to go back and live with my mama. You know, I was a grown ass fucking man. You know, I'm like man, you know, like I got to start all over again. And wifey had said something to me. She said, and this is what kind of sparked to where I'm at right now. She said, you ride around the city hustling all day. You ever thought about getting a CDL license? And I looked at her and I said, yeah. Now, for y'all that don't know, I used to be married before. And I said, yeah, it's like when I was with my ex first wife, I was going to go get my CDL license, but it just didn't work out. And she's like, well, won't you think about it? Won't you get your chauffeur's license and maybe you can drive, you know, limousines? So I did that. I took the test. I passed the test, and I got my resume together. I went to a couple limousine companies. Nobody would hire me. So finally, I asked this brother. I was like, listen, man. I was like, I've been trying. Why won't nobody hire me? He said, man, you don't have no experience. And ain't no insurance company going to take a chance on putting you on their insurance and letting you get out there and try because you don't got no experience. You're going to fuck some shit up. So he was like, you know, if you can find somebody, then you win. Well, about a week or two later, had wound up going by, and we had got wind of a job fair at this church. So she was like, do you want to go to the job fair with me? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I go with you. So once again, this dog that's in me was like, don't give up. You know, and something was like, just go. You never know what you're going to find, and you never know what you're going to see. So we goes. I winds up meeting this old timer white man. I never asked him his name, and I don't know if this man is still alive or whatnot, but I salute to you, my brother, because you was the one that really put that fire up under my ass. When I met this man, he was a recruiter for a trucking company. And I was like, man, y'all don't hire people that got chauffeur's license? And he started laughing. And he's like, come here. He was like, let me talk to you. He said, you ever been out to the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific Ocean or the Gulf Sea? I was like, well, I used to live on the East Coast and in Virginia Beach, and I used to, you know, go out to the beach all the time. He said, okay. He said, out there in this ocean, you have all kinds of fish. And you have all kinds of prey, and you have all kinds of predators. He said, now, this chauffeur's license, what you got, this is trying to find me Nemo fish. And I was like, oh, like the little goldfish, little cute little goldfish. He was like, yeah. He was like, well, in this big old ocean, you don't want to be that little small, little cute little fish. He said, you want to be the great white shark. I said, huh? He said, yeah, you want to be the great white shark. And I was like, well, how do I become the great white shark? He said, go to trucking school, get your Class A CDL license. Then you're a great white shark. Then you can go work anywhere that you want. Anywhere. And the man wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. So around, let me see. You got January, February, March, May, April, June, July, August, October. I think it's, matter of fact, around about this time right now, if I'm correct, matter of fact, I'm about to look this up real quick. Look this up real quick here. Because this is August. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. So around this time right now, actually the 1st of August in 2010 is the day that I was officially in trucking school. I was in trucking school. Well, the getting the license part, I was there for like a month. And then I wound up going over the road for like 2 to 3 months. So and during the whole entire time, it's some things that I wound up learning. Number one, about myself. The number one thing is you have to believe in yourself. You cannot listen to what people say about you or anything like that. You also have to use your eyes to see. The reason I say you have to use your eyes to see is because you have to see your own vision. You have to see your own dream. Only you. Only you. Also, you have to use this right here, your heart. The reason I say that you have to use your heart is because you have to believe it. You have to feel it. You have to put some emotion into wherever you choosing to do. No matter if it's negative or positive. Now, besides me learning all of them small little lessons, when it was all said and done, I was the only one that got that CDL license on my own. My mama didn't do it for me. My daddy didn't do it for me. My wife didn't do it for me. The kids, the boys, the young men, I mean, because they're grown now. You know, they didn't do it for me. None of my family members did it for me. None of my friends even done it for me. None of them. None of them. It was me. I had to believe in myself. Now, in the process of me believing in myself, this is when the reality of higher self came into play. Because I started hearing more and more of higher self telling me what to do. And I started to listen more and more and more. So at the end of the day, fam, believe in yourself. Don't listen to what other motherfuckers sit up here and say what you can and what you can't do. You believe in yourself. And like I said, you have to have the vision to see your own reality. And then you got to use your heart to put some emotion behind that vision and make it happen. Will it take a little bit of time to make it happen? Of course it will. But hey, I'm trying to tell you, it is a beautiful thing once, quote unquote, your dreams become a reality. As always, fam, peace, love, and joy. Holla.